What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Haak the Five Deuce Gun. Doing a little reaction to this, what you see on the screen, the Arsonal response to his face-off with Cassidy. They're about to battle October 6th at the TLA in South Philly, or should I say on South Street. You know what I mean? Get y'all tickets if it's still tickets available. If not, get y'all pay-per-views. You know what I'm saying? Cop that thing. Make sure y'all support these artists. With that being said, I'm about to see what Arsonal said. I saw what Cassidy said. And, you know, pretty much it's just Cassidy. You know, that's how Cass is. So let's see what this bull going to say. Let's get it popping.
You are now listening to 15 Minutes of Fame Radio.
Let's go!
Talk to me, Rob.
All right, yo, man, 15 minutes of fame.
We know the shit.
Austin Rebel, we fresh, literally fresh off of this face-off,
Let me tell you something, man.
Oh, my man.
Hey, look, man.
This was intense, bro.
You know, nigga try to just, nigga break fly. You know how, look, man, you could tell. I really hope y'all started the face-off like when we first sat down, because you seen the nigga energy when he sat down. First thing he said, hey, I want to let everybody know I'm uncomfortable because I can't smoke. Oh. We should get venues where we can smoke because I'm not. And we here, I want y'all to know is battle rap. Niggas think we about to be fighting, right? Am I lying?
Was
that the energy?
Don't implement me in this place. No, you're not lying.
Was that the energy at first?
Yes.
All right. Then maybe 27 to 28. I ain't even gonna say 30. 27, 28 seconds later.
All these hands.
Oh, he tough now. Now he motherfucking Incredible Hulk. Now it's pussy this and I do this and like, bruh. We see the type time you want, bruh. All the real niggas in Philly know you pussy. All the real niggas in my city know I'm 103 at all times. You know what I'm talking about? Niggas know what it is with me.
Hold up.
You know what I mean? My reputation.
Now, did y'all just see that? I'm going to pull it back a couple seconds. But did y'all just see that? I'm going to play it again. Hold up.
All the real niggas in Philly know you pussy. All the real niggas in my city know I'm 103 at all times. You know what I'm talking about? Niggas know what it is with me.
All right.
You know what I mean?
Now, you saw that, right? Now, maybe it's just me. But all these hand gestures, and I'm not about to start throwing it up, but all these hand gestures with the 666 thrown up, all these joints with the devil horns, with the index finger and your pinky finger being up at the same time. Like, I talk to people, right? And I got Hispanic blood, African American blood, Native American blood, Irish American blood running through my veins, right? So we talk animated, we move hands and body parts. I mean, not body part, but you move, you know what I mean, your arms, your hands and shit like that. You move your head when you talk sometimes. But I don't recall, even when I'm pointing at somebody, or if we gotta, and the point is this, or we're trying to say you should have paid attention. I don't recall like having to throw my hands up with like my finger being like this, my pinky, I mean my pointer finger and my thumb like this, and then this finger, and my middle finger being up in the air. Also, because of that situation, you a gangbanger and all this and the third. I just want to ask a question, like, and it's just me. I'm reacting to what I saw, but look at the cat in the background and shit. Look at Fluffy in the window. But anyway, I just gotta ask a question. When was gangbanging? And this ain't no disrespect to no gang in the world, whatever your name of your gang is. But when was being in a gang a positive thing? Like, I don't mean for the people that's in it and the benefits and what y'all do. I mean, like, when was it looked upon by the world, whether you want to talk about regular pedestrians or whether you want to talk about law enforcement? When was gangs known as, like, honest businesses and got corporations and do hand-to-hand work for the community and all that? I'm not saying no gangs didn't never do no hood shit for their community and do things to give back, gave out turkeys or did free barbecues and all that. But I'm saying, like, being in a gang comes automatically associated with negative connotation. Whether you selling drugs, whether y'all beating niggas up, whether y'all shooting motherfuckers, you know what I mean, robbing, whatever. Those things are glorified and perpetuated in our society to keep us divided, to keep the people that's on the side of, yeah, I'll do some shit if the shit is called for it, on the side of the people that's like, man, I'm just ready for whatever. So now those are labels again. And if you go back and watch some of my previous videos talking about labels, I ain't talking about music labels or industry labels. I mean things that are, this is good, that is bad, this is Islam, this is Christianity, and we arguing between the points that was presented to us by a bunch of liars in the world in the first place. When was gangbanging accepted as something that's legitimate? So like anybody that's out there, and I say this because you hear a lot of people on these records talking all this murder, death, homicide, and a lot of people don't live it, but just for intents and purposes. You got somebody like Bobby Shmurda who made a hit record. You might not like it or whatever, but when he made the Hot Nigga track, there was words throughout the verses of that song that implemented that young man as well as some of his peoples in real crimes. And look, that man went to real jail and is serving real prison time. Meanwhile, some of our favorite artists of all time, from the back in the day to the current, they on the joint talking about how they done went from this state and had this bitch on the bus with this brick while they was having the petroleum jelly wrapped weed pounds in the joint and the hounds couldn't smell in the trunk and all this and the third. Well, you snitching on yourself. There is no statute of limitations for discovery. So if you just discovering that this crime was committed, or somebody is just telling you right now that this crime was committed and this wasn't something that was under investigation or people have already been arrested and tried for, wouldn't that give you cause to pause? The same way Bobby Shmurda Hot Nigga did. And you start hearing shit that really take place and names that really was implemented in shit and stuff that really went down. Whether you say, instead of saying like, me and my man Ty went down to the 5 and got 15 bricks and gave it back to the Hive, you change the names. You give them street names. Me and Pookie, me and Ray Ray was on the John and hit the Bon Bon. You understand what I'm saying? But people that's in law enforcement and investigators and stuff, they're not stupid. They got to those positions for a reason. How in that blue hell are y'all not being questioned for some of the shit that you saying? And then people was throwing up these affiliated gang signs and saying we down with the G495s and all of that and the third. That's not a real gang. I'm just saying, like, giving you an example. We out here with the G495s and this, that, and the third. And you throwing up the gang Jones. Don't you think there is some law enforcement in some part of the world in your city or state that already had members of this gang, whether they affiliated with you or not? They could just be members of a gang. Like, let's just say it's MS-13, right? MS-13 operate in a certain area, right? But let's just say it's MS-13 people on this side, but it's also like South Side MS-13 motherfuckers. They not in the same sect, but they still got the love and respect because they are all in that encompassing MS-13 banner, right? So there could be people that have committed crimes, been in prison or whatever, that because they're affiliated with the gang, and once you get in prison, you know, they start taking pictures of tattoos and facial scars and body shit to identify you as a member of the gang, right? So there's members of all gangs in the world that ever existed as a gang that ever got in trouble for anything being investigated. So if you on these records and on these videos and on these interviews going all like this and doing all this stuff and saying that, you would put yourself and your sect of that part of the gang under investigation. Now people was looking at you even more like, hold up. And then everybody want to paint this narrative. Niggas already know. Niggas know, man, my squad do this and we do that. They already know I'm real. So if you in a gang and you saying you really do real shit, you ain't a sucker nigga, that means you really participate in these street crimes and the stuff that gangs do, right? I'm not advocating for people to be arrested. I'm advocating truth. You can't talk out your mouth through both cheeks. You can't say one thing about somebody like, man, niggas know they be on these records talking about how they this, or like Arsonal was just doing, talking about how Cassidy energy was 20 seconds before and then 27 to 28 seconds later because he don't want to give him 30. He started on his G shit. But he just let it be known from the rip, like, man, I'm already uncomfortable because I can't even smoke and do me. And then there's people in here worrying about, because we gonna do this face-off shit, we gonna be fighting. Look, it's just to sell this joint. That's what it is. It happened at every single one of the joints that he was a part of that they did a face-off for. You didn't hear Goods come out after his face-off with Cass and say when he first sat down, he was all like, man, I can't smoke. And niggas think because we gonna be in here arguing with each other because we had a history together, we gonna be fighting. It's not about that, and trying to clown Cass. But I'm sure that same scenario happened. And I'm not trying to clown Cass. That's just real shit. But it's no longer respected to be real in terms of just being an adult male or an adult woman. You got to be real. And the only way you can be real is you had to be a nut ass nigga. You had to do some nut ass shit to be real. So this wasn't even the purpose of watching this. I was just going to react to stuff that he was saying about the battle. But seeing him throwing up signs and talking about real nigga shit, it's like, bro, let's not take this from an entertainment phase. Because Cash Jones, when I watched Cash Jones and he was talking about like how the energy started in Philly, how the battle shit started here, it did, bro. Smack was in Philly filming DVDs You understand what I'm saying? He didn't have a URL and a platform going out to Hammerstein Ballroom and all these places performing. He was right here in Philly when niggas was doing Concrete Jungle and I'm Not a Rapper and Headshot DVDs and all that. When Young Bob was hosting shit, when Meek still had braids and was wearing Dickies. When Jihad first came out. When Reed Dollars and all the and Cheat Raw and them first started getting their name known. That shit started here. We used to do ciphers. In fact, I'm gonna tell you specifically where it started at. 52nd and Market. That's where this battle shit started, nigga. It wasn't no place. I'm not saying that niggas didn't try to do this shit in Connecticut or New York or Germany or nothing like that. But bro, there was no DVDs, there was no tapes of other niggas that we seen out that we could cop from other places. It was Philly doing that shit. And then Smack started going to other places, having other artists. You see Murder Mooks and Loaded Lux and shit like that on some of his film DVD joints. You seen Head Ice and shit like that. I even remember the battle with Murder Mook and Jay Mills. But that shit happened way after we started a Cypher Sunday on 52nd and Market that just had niggas just freestyling. It wasn't even no competition. Then it turned to some battle shit later on when it moved down to the Music Hut from in front of Total Urban Fashions. Total Sports and Urban Fashions. And when it moved down to the corner by Jerry's Corner, the Hut, the Music Hut, that's when it became like more battle shit. That's when you started seeing little squads form, Touch Money, and all these other camps started coming out, Bloodhounds, and all these niggas started coming out. You started seeing state property niggas driving and double parking on 52nd and Market, going down to the Hut, niggas is battling. They going inside Fatty and Skinny barbershop, splitting wigs. Like all that shit started with that battle shit on 52nd and Market in Philly. Cassidy was just going around to different places and being in his area, and niggas was like, yo, this boy hot, or this boy think he can rap. And then they start spitting, and Cass would chew his ass up. It wasn't like always a DVD shit. It was like shit happening before that DVD shit happened. So for people to be out here talking about how, where did it happen and how you do this, y'all know where it happened and how I did it, because all that shit happened in Philly. It was niggas that wasn't even from Philly that had to come down here because they seen what was going on. Especially when you started getting those DVDs and VHS tapes of the events like the Concrete Jungles or I'm Not a Rappers and stuff that I was mentioning. So when niggas seen that, oh, they down there in Philly, they doing that. And I started seeing a lot of niggas that wasn't from Philly down in these little mixtape and DVD joints down there getting they shot. Now, like I said, Cass was right about that. That came right from here. Like, it wasn't no other place doing that shit. Like, show the proof. Like, it ain't no proof. That shit started right here on a whim. It wasn't even a plan. It wasn't even like, yo, we had this idea because all these artists is hot and they be doing this and the third, so we should do this and it'll start this whole movement. No, it just transferred energy from everybody in the circle just doing their thing to the crowd reactions now being something that people look for. So now they try to spit and write bars that was going to get a crowd reaction to now you going back and forth and y'all battling each other. And they started setting this up. I watched the whole thing unfold in the early 2000s right on 52nd and Market. It wasn't happening nowhere else, bro. I'm the Five Deuce Gun. That's my nickname. That's my stage. The second part of my stage name is Haak, the Five Deuce Gun. Haak is an abbreviation of Hakeem, but I know all this. I've been around here. This ain't no I'm trying to catch wreck type shit. So at the end of the day, just seeing that and now hearing what Arsonal was saying, I didn't give him a minute to speak yet, but it's like, damn, don't come in with he a tough guy, he was corny pussy first, then everybody calling you names. I'm pretty sure that's coming up next, so where he got a reputation, niggas call him in the third. All right, well, if that's the case, then how come that wasn't the energy at the joint? Now, you told this man to do something. Cassidy said, you said something about, or the boy that's doing the interview said during Cassidy joint that you told him to S your D. Bro, no man say that to another man, bro. You don't invite no man to do that. And see, that's why it's safe to be in battle rap. Because if this was real life and niggas just had to meet, like let's say this was a meeting because niggas are saying they trying to squash the beef. This side is with Cassidy, this side is with Arsonal, and they trying to squash the beef and they having like this peaceful summit. And those words would have came out of his mouth, bro, that summit would have been canceled because it would have been some shit going on in there. Fights and stabbings or shooting, something would have went down in there because you don't invite no man to do no shit like that. But that's just me. I would never say nothing like that. I would say that to a situation, not to a person. Like, yeah, man, they told you that you had to come in from 8 to 12 and shit, and you only gonna get paid from 8 to 4. Shit, suck my dick. Them niggas ain't getting me in there like that. But see, I wasn't saying it to the person that told me that, nor was I directing it to the company. I was just saying, shit, they can suck my dick with that. Y'all crazy, y'all tripping. But to be having a conversation with another man and to say that, bro, you got what you got coming to you. So if it wasn't supposed to be he's a pussy and you said that, if he didn't respond in a way that's like, yo, what, bro? Like, what's wrong with you? Don't say that. Like, we doing this battle rap shit and we can say stuff to sell the fight, so to speak, sell the pay-per-view battle, but don't, you know what I mean? Don't go to that point. But let's continue.
My reputation good. all through the city of Newark. For a whole city, I have nobody, no big homies, none of the real OGs, none of the niggas that rap, none of the Red Mans or the Clefs and all of them. None of the OGs can't say nothing bad about Ars. They all fuck with Arsonal, cause I'm a genuine nigga. All them real niggas that made it, that's more successful than you, that's as successful as you from your fucking city, call you a pussy.
I told you
You
I was
a
coming.
poo putt. You a mutt.
Why you keep
They
looking
say
off?
all this shit to you, my nigga. Ain't no nigga in my city disrespecting me like that. Nobody, my nigga. It's not happening. You feel me? And that's just real shit.
Hold on. Now, maybe it's just the fact that it's battle rap, but he said nobody disrespecting this from his city. Didn't people battle him that's from Jersey? Not just twerking him, but didn't niggas battle him from Jersey? And didn't niggas that's not even from Jersey get on stage spitting about supposed facts about niggas in his city and how he not connected the way he talk? And he's like a gay ass nigga, this, that, and the third. Didn't they do that? They did do that, bro. But I guess because y'all was in the safe format of fake battle rap where y'all can say the most disrespectful, off the wall shit and make up extracurricular shit on niggas, it was accepted. Because what would you have done? Nothing, because you didn't do nothing. Now, I ain't disrespecting you. I'm a Philly nigga. For real, for real. And it ain't nothing about me fake. My name ain't on nobody paperwork. And I've really put in work. And if that's going to get me hooked up and booked up, so be it. But at the end of the day, bro, it's just certain things we not going to do. This is music at the end of the day. If this was one of these beef DVDs that came out back in the day when niggas was talking about each other and saying this is how they beef started and all that, what you doing right now would be completely accepted and different. But this is a battle rap. This ain't even about no, oh, the battle might not happen because this situation went down type of joint. This is like to promote the battle. The tickets have already sold out. So now it's about getting pay-per-view buys. And at the end of the day, certain things like you can't glorify, man. Like we grown ass men. I'll be 37 in January. My son about to be 16, bro. I'm not on nobody's shit acting like some weirdo young boy. I don't wear skinny jeans and color my hair and do all this weirdo shit, man. I'm a grown man and I have an example to set. I can't stand behind people that do salacious shit just for what they call the culture. Bro, I don't want to be a part of that culture where you got to fake like you going to do something to somebody, but then you don't when shit jump off. Where you the nigga caught on camera running off the stage when shit don't even got nothing to do with you, but you know you affiliated with certain niggas, they probably gonna whoop your ass too. People have seen it, man. I've been at battles. Other people have been at battles. And I'm sorry to say, I apologize, but some of these people have illegally recorded because you know smacking them and RBE Jones, ARP and them niggas don't be letting y'all just pull your phone out and record the fucking battle. These niggas is getting money off. This is pay-per-view. They don't even release the battle the day after or something like that. They hold on to that shit sometimes for months before they release it just to garner more, you know what I mean, capital and shit and promote it more so when it come out, people get the views and all that. So if you ain't watch it live on pay-per-view, if you ain't watch it live in the building, you gonna have to wait some months before you see whatever the battle is. Like if you're not at TLA on October 6th and you're not watching on pay-per-view, you're not gonna see Arsonal versus Cassidy for a minute unless somebody was in the building and got their cell phone up or wearing a GoPro or a pocket cam and they record that shit and you see like some grainy footage later on that night like Cassidy versus Arsonal round 1. You'd be like, oh shit, and it's somebody recording it off their TV or something like that. But like I said, I apologize, but there have been people that, I've never done it, but there have been people that I've known that have posted and they don't give a fuck if their YouTube page gets strikes and cut off, but they just make another one. They ain't in it for the money, just like I'm using profanity. My page is not promoting, my page is not monetized. You don't hear no dolphin sound effects every time a profane word come out of my mouth. So when 15 Minutes of Fame see that I'm doing a reaction to this joint, you ain't got a copyright strike because you ain't got to worry about no money's getting made off of this. I'm just reacting to Arsonal saying what he's saying. That being said, all that extra shit, man, it's not needed. Just go up there. Like Cassidy was right. I watched Cassidy joint. And Cassidy said, bro, that shit started like it was about who's the best MC. Like, I mean, how you can capture the crowd attention. You know what I mean? Who had the better material. You know what I'm saying? The best bars. Nowadays, that shit is less looked at. And that's the main thing. Y'all battle rapping, and that's the main thing that you're doing. And yet, the raps really don't even mean nothing. If you animated and know how to pop lock and shit like that, you could dance and say, yeah, I hit him with the jaw, made him do the matrix, then I had him swim in the back with the leg, and niggas be dancing and doing all weirdo shit. And it's to each his own. You can do what you do, but it's like, that's not music to me. Like, I can imagine back when they had the shit before Backstage came out and y'all was hearing that Jay-Z and DMX and the niggas battled, right? Imagine DMX and Jay-Z standing in front of each other rapping, saying whatever they saying. But niggas is moving all feminine and doing all this touching your chest and doing all this weirdo shit. Niggas be like, what the fuck? Shit like that don't fly. And some of y'all that do that shit actually idolize these people like they gods and look up to them MCs and shit. Well, if they your MC idol and they the ones that inspired you, why you acting like a weirdo when they ain't do that shit? If you want to really keep biting and act like you date other people, why the fuck you ain't taking that example and saying, hold up, Nas ain't do that. Busta Rhymes, Jay-Z, Cannabis, whoever you like. You know what I mean? LL, them niggas ain't do that. Well, I used the wrong impression because LL had trainees dancing in the video talking about he, she, delicious and all that. So I'm going to leave that alone. Go back and listen to the Flavor in Your Ear remix and listen to LL verse and literally keep stopping it every couple bars to break down what you hearing this man say. And you'll understand what I'm talking about. But anyway, if I want to prove that I'm the best rapper and we coming to do a face-off about our upcoming battle rap, there is nothing that happened between us that we fought or nothing like that. What reason would I have to come up there and try to play the gangster card knowing damn well we ain't up here to see who got the most niggas from they block behind them or how many niggas say that you really sold and he didn't. It's about like who got the best content, who got the better lyrical content. So to me, he already got me lost.
Yo,
Like,
well, this shit was really intense, man. You jumped
crazy.
out the gate with the suck my dick, and I was
that,
like,
because
I
niggas
was,
know how
I
I'm
thought
coming.
she was-
Like,
See,
that's how.
you heard what he just said. He told him out the gate the SSD. Now I've been cursing this whole time, but I don't even like saying that shit. But he told him the SSD, and this nigga response was, yeah, because niggas already know how I'm coming. You know what I'm saying? Look at him looking down like, niggas already know how I'm coming. Niggas know how I'm coming. So you coming on some hoe shit. Or some, this nigga really don't know the hood shit. You don't know the unwritten rules of man. Like, that's a few things you don't do. You don't call a man to rap without paperwork. You don't call a man gay without facts. And you don't invite a man to suck your penis, man. But that's how he coming though. See, we start letting certain narratives go, and we start letting fuck shit be acceptable. Because Ars was known his whole battle career as being the ultimate disrespectful dude, talking about smacking your dead daddy in the casket and fucking your moms and doing stuff to your kids. We give him a pass to say stuff like this. But you keep claiming you a real nigga. Well, if you a real nigga, you should know you don't say shit like that. Whether you battle rapping, whether you selling dope, whether you at the game store, whether you at church, you don't say shit like that to another man. Unless you kum say kum sa. I'm just saying. But he just said niggas know how he coming.
I'm coming,
Yeah.
nigga. Straight like, I don't want to talk. I didn't even want to be here. These niggas bought me a ticket to come up here. Nigga, I live in fucking beautiful South Florida with palm trees. This nigga talking about some calamari and shit. Bitch, do you see how I'm living, nigga? Like, stop playing with me, man. These niggas be crazy, son. Niggas be really fucking crazy, son. Like, I've been out of Jersey for 10 years, nigga. Since 2010, nigga. It's about to be 2020. Almost 10 full years I've been out of New Jersey, living the best life, nigga. While you was still trying to hustle up and shit, nigga. Fuck is you talking about? And I'm younger than you, motherfucker.
But it
October
was
6th,
crazy.
we don't
This
know.
didn't sound like a battle rap face-off. Like,
Yeah.
y'all motherfuckers was going at
I
it.
mean, you know, you gotta
It
sell the
almost
fight. That's
sounded like
his job is to sell the
personal
fight.
shit.
But that's his job. His job is to sell the fight. Point blank, period. That's what he want to do. He want to sell the fight.
Time out. Because I watched Cassidy John. Now the boy during the interview just said that it was sounding like it was getting kind of personal, this, that, and the third. Or niggas is throwing personals. Well, I watched Cassidy joint, and you can watch Cassidy joint too. Same boy, 15 Minutes of Fame. You can go to this page right here on YouTube, 15 Minutes of Fame. Let me pull the joint down real quick, do the up joint so you can see it. See that? 15 Minutes of Fame. 15 MOFERADIO. Go click that joint, and boom shakalaka, there goes the Chief Rocker. You can see the Cassidy joint. But Cassidy was like, when the boy brought that part up about throwing the fake personals, he was like, yeah, like, I'm not some dude that ever had my life. Like, I did all this crazy shit, or I got all these joints, and people would just come out and say that and the third. And I believe the bull made a reference to Arsonal saying that he knows somebody that know him for pills, for getting perks. And Cash was like, I never take no perks and like that. So if you want to do some fake shit, at least make some type of real truth out of it, because niggas do that. They do this whole exaggerating the truth. And even if you say you had 100 bricks, you never heard it, at least you touched 2 of them joints. He made an example, like if you say my car worth $450,000, but you might have only paid $150,000 for it. You understand? It's cool to exaggerate, but when you just literally creating shit out of thin air, it's like, So for me, it's like, damn, bro, like you creating shit out of thin air type stuff. What I can't really give you the credence, because that's what you do. Like if you notice any of his other battles with any other artist that he battled, any other battle rapper he's battled, I can't say artist because he ain't battled no recording artist like that. But Anybody that he ever battled, if you look at that, did he ever like have a situation like this with Cass that he having now, talking about personal shit, and he coming at niggas and niggas is looking at him on stage like, or looking at the crowd when he says certain bars like, this nigga's, I don't even know what he's talking about. Like, I'm not saying all the people that ever did that wasn't getting caught and that's the way they responded, but some of the motherfuckers was legitimately like, what is he talking about? Like, all right, it's just rap. You just putting bars together just to match on some Jay-Z shit. You just putting words together just to match. Okay, I understand. You can't be, that's what I'm saying, like I can't be respecting, like back in the day when I didn't know no better and I was just judging it as a regular fan of who got the best music, like who's saying the best shit, not the best music, because I can't listen to a lot of these battle rap niggas on CD, but who had the best bars standing in front of each other. When Loaded Lux battled Murder Mook inside that clothing shop years and years ago, I didn't even know who neither one of them niggas was. That's the first time I ever seen and or heard of either one of them. And I said, damn, who that Vince Carter young boy? Talking about Loaded Lux, because I used to say that Loaded Lux looked like Vince Carter back in the day. So I'm like, yo, who the fuck is that? Vince Carter battling this ball? Like, no, some dude named Loaded Lux. I honestly believe, and you can say what you want about me, I believe that Loaded Lux won that battle against Murder Mook inside that clothing store. He murdered that nigga in there. He murdered Murder Mook in that clothing store, in my opinion. I never knew none of them niggas, never heard from neither one of them ever before in my life until that day when I saw that tape. But I say that to say this. It wasn't a bunch of use it, bitch, suck my dick, pull out the gat and fuck your chick bars. These niggas had talented bars and some of this shit was aggressive, but like some of this shit was like what it was supposed to be. And then you get interviews years later or a couple of months later and they was like, Mook be talking all this, I pulled out the strap and I sold drugs. Like, nigga, you ain't do none of that. You an educated young brother that went to school, you played basketball very well, and you educated, you wasn't out here skipping class to sell grass or get ass. Stop lying to these people. And I go right back to the fake shit. All right, he was just on the record talking about all this, that, and the third, and this niggas from his hood and from his borough or from that state, that city, New York, getting on joints because they wanted they shot or whatever. Like, come on, bro, we know you not like that. Whether it was Party Artie, who came at that nigga crazy, and I think Party Artie beat him too. When you was in diapers, I was in Rikers, chilling with lifers. I think he murdered him too. Just on the fact that he was saying some real shit, and he seemed more believable, and his bars was like, damn. Meanwhile, Mook just had this, I know I'ma beat him swag, and it's like, that turned me off. Like, damn, you just think he was gonna walk through this nigga. It's just like boxers or mixed martial artists. I say that because they real sports. I'm not gonna say wrestling because it's a predetermined outcome. But with real sports, like you got a nigga that was like on some GSP level, you know what I mean? George St. Pierre, for those not to know, or on some Conor McGregor level, thought you could never get beaten. Who? I'm about to fight who? Man, I ain't worrying about him. I'm worrying about the fight that's going to happen after I beat this person. And then you get in the ring with that person, they whoop your ass and you lost and you wasn't planning on that. Now you got to start from scratch. Fuck all that championship run shit you was talking. So with this battle rap shit, it's the same way, bro. Niggas used to get beat the fuck up around 52nd and Market. Niggas got shot at around 52nd and Market because of they bars. And sometimes it wasn't even about faking this shit. It was about being too disrespectful. Now y'all created this whole culture where you can be the most ultimate disrespect. You can say shit about people dead moms, grandmoms, people, kids and all that. Bro, this is why my music sticks to being just like legitimate music, because I couldn't do that. I'm too much of a real nigga. You're not disrespecting. That's why I wouldn't be a wrestler. Like when I was a kid, I used to want to do WWF and shit before it was called WWE. A motherfucker would literally see like people putting people power bombing people moms through tables and shit like that. When I found out that was these people real family, I'm like, oh no, I ain't doing that shit. I don't give a fuck how much checks Vince McMahon cut. I ain't gonna have Stephanie slapping my mom in the face or Stone Cold stunning my mom or Vince doing some nut ass shit to my family. No, bro, I'm gonna get fired because I'm gonna fuck one of y'all up. That's how I feel. I'm gonna get fired, arrested, and stomped out by the rest of y'all security because I'm gonna swing on something. I'm gonna try to stab somebody, something. I'm gonna pop somebody, something happening. They gonna get my ass. So when it come to that battle rap shit, I couldn't stand on the stage. You can say whatever you want about me, disrespect me all you want. But you start talking about my kid that you don't know, you never been around me, you never spent no time with my fam, you ain't got no real information, you just going off of some bullshit, bro. You not even getting no bars out your mouth. I'm not even writing no contract or nothing like that. It's not even no don't say this about my, no, that's like some whole shit. So before I come in there and tell people what not to not say, I'd rather just not participate. Because I know it's not for me. I'm gonna get shot at, I'm gonna get jumped, or I'm gonna get fucking arrested because I'm gonna do something to somebody. You know what I'm saying? You ain't gonna pull that shit with me, like the shit that went on with Mook and Briz. No disrespect, bro, but you ain't gonna say nothing about my dead parent and I'm trying to keep my composure and then you gotta pull on me and we gotta bump each other before the fight start. No. As soon as you would've came out your mouth and your man co-signing right near and fuck you mama and doing all these swaggy walks, I would've knocked you clean the fuck out while you was looking on the ground thinking you was tough trying to look somebody up and down and fuck your mama, she's a bitch, and then trying to look down, then look up, and as soon as you was about to look up, you'd have been catching a hook and an uppercut at the same time. Boop, pop. Real rap, and then the whole melee would have started, but seeing as how HA probably would have been connected with niggas at the door, I'd have had something in there. It's different for me. So I can't do this disrespectful shit, bro. Like, it's one thing to start talking about a person and they was this, they was that, they a crackhead, or they eat free lunches in the lunch line or whatever, that's cool. But when you start talking about people, little daughters and little sons who not even on no rap shit, not on no street shit, they little ass kids. You start talking about people, parents who died of cancer and niggas who got shot and people who doing biz, bro, you tripping. Because if people say, oh man, I'm a real nigga, I'm a real one, then you should know the real rules, bro. You should really know the code. You don't live by no code. What's your code, bro? Just to throw up some hand gestures and to say you do shit? What's your code? Because you should know certain things shouldn't be said, regardless of what the. So I guess because if it's cool when you get a live mic in front of your face, you can say whatever, you know what I'm saying, for what salacious ads and attention horn, this should be cool for anybody to just do anything. How come motherfuckers get laid out for that? It's people on way lower tier platforms that's not nowhere near a Smack, a King of the Dot, a John the Don John, I forgot his John. The Battle Den Jones and ARP shit, RBE, is leagues that's way under them, that don't get no eyes and no attention on them. But if somebody go in that joint they battling against, it's Rook versus Mace. These ain't real names, I'm just saying it's Rook versus Mace. And Mace say his verse, and then everybody is like going, oh, like responding to it. So now Mace is under pressure to like say some extra shit. And he had these bars just in case, but he was thinking in his head, maybe I shouldn't say this shit because I already know it's a sensitive topic. And he come out and say that shit, bro, something gonna happen at that battle, bro. I'm just saying, something gonna happen. That whole battle won't get thrown out because certain niggas live by a street code and they live by real code. It's not even about a gang, it's about your heart, your conscience, and your respect for yourself. And what you will and will not allow. You gotta stand for something or you'll fall for anything. These niggas is shiesty. They'll sign a contract and say, man, it's just for this and the third, but then do some nutty shit on the back end. So you gotta know the game for real. And you also gotta know yourself. If you a suck ass nigga, you gonna let people like Arsonal say this type of shit and y'all beat each other face. First of all, bro, I don't have no problem with it. You can talk about whoever you talk about, do whatever you do, but when you start like going a little deeper and start being like pervasive and talking about inviting men to suck your penis, bro, that's when that whole shit would have went left for me. I don't give a fuck how many different niggas we would have got jumped by, how many shots I would have dumped, how many cops got called. I'm telling you, something would have jumped off if that nigga would have said that to me. I promise you. And we sitting right across from each other, fuck this internet shit. We sitting right across from each other having a face off about a battle rap that's about to happen. And this nigga come out with that.
You see them niggas, bro? Them niggas right there ain't worried about none of that.
I ain't gonna pat around.
Them niggas just chill. They ain't. Yep. Go ahead. Talk all, man. Listen.
Implementation. Remember I just got finished talking about him throwing up the hand gestures and the whole gang shit? Now you implementing other individuals in nutty buddy situations, man. I'm a real nigga, but I'm also an educated man. If I'm about something, I'm damn near not gonna talk about it myself. But if my people is about something, I'm never gonna talk about it about them. I'm never gonna say these dudes you see standing behind you, because he might not have turned around and panned that camera, but he had his eyes on them people, so let's just say something go down. Now his dumb ass is somebody that they gonna bring in for questioning because he was sitting right there with the same nigga that you was like, blah, and they bring him in for identification. Now he got to risk tampering with evidence charges or obstruction of justice charges and shit like that because he ain't gonna say shit like, yeah, that was the bull. You understand what I'm saying? Like, you putting other people in harm's way and doing all this for a battle. When you really break down these rounds that I sketched out, ain't nothing rugged but smooth as the rusty tools that's in the shed house. Hey, yo. Oh, man. But real shit, when you break this down and you look at it and then you hear what I just said, you like, hold up. Yeah, that is some merit. I'm not no battle rapper. I don't want to battle Cassidy. I don't want to battle Arsonal. So this ain't about, oh, I'm going to talk some shit. And then they go like, yo, I want that nigga right there. Bro, it just don't make no sense to me, man. Like this is about a battle. I'm not talking about my real niggas that'll really do something to you if you come talk shit, bro. We just got finished talking shit to each other's faces for however long that face off was, and not none of the niggas on my side or none of the niggas on your side did anything but come stand outside and watch us do these interviews. So please don't get on the camera now and hype that shit and then implement other individuals. Like these niggas right here, you could have just kept it on you and Cass. You could have said Cass said this and then you said that. You called Cass a bitch and a pussy and then you told him suck your dick and then all of that in the third and you could have told him all that. But then when you start talking about other people, his camp did this. Well, you ain't saying nothing about his camp, but it's like he was doing this and my niggas is real. They ain't worrying about nothing. You see them niggas right there? Yeah, they'll do something to you. And we real out here, bro. Why are you implementing yourself in criminal activity for a fucking rap battle? You probably thinking, that's not what I'm doing. Well, if you got anything called common sense or street education or scholastic studied education, it's going to click to you when you actually shut the fuck up and watch yourself talk. Do any of y'all actually like go back and watch your own interviews by yourself? Not with like 5 niggas behind you. And you like, yo, watch this part, watch this. Oh, you heard what I said? No. Do you ever just sit back and watch your own joint and listen to yourself and be like, damn, maybe I shouldn't have said it like that. I should have broke it down a little bit more. Now, I know for a fact some of you guys have, because some of y'all niggas have done interviews with 15 minutes of fame and hip hop is real and all that in the third, and then went home or went to the studio and pulled your own phone out and went live on your own blogs, further explaining and going into detail what you was talking about in that interview so nobody wouldn't get that shit misconstrued. Other motherfuckers don't care. They think it's a game. You can't play on both sides of the street at the same time, bro. You got to be on one side. If I'm playing curveball, bro, I can't throw the ball at the same time on both sides of the sidewalk. I can be on the left side, throw it on the right. That shit don't hit. I got to go chase the ball, then stand on the left-hand side and throw it to the right. Bam, come back to the right side, throw it to the left. I can't be on both sides playing by myself. Just like when it come to taking a stance on something, you can't be like, yeah, man, because you know niggas be going too far with shit, and then you go around and go too far with the shit. Let's get this shit finished, man.
Bro, it's not no game.
I just turned a 4-minute.
Come rap. I don't give a fuck. See, this is the thing.
Like
niggas be like, oh, we in Philly, bro. Philly and Jersey right next to each other, bro. Fuck is wrong with niggas? Like, we ain't coming for that. We always on defense. Just know that. We ain't coming for that. Like we said, it's URL. It's motherfucking lockdown. October 6th, we in Philly. I love the city of Philly. I got a party the night before. You know what I'm saying? And we gonna turn up. I always go to Philly. Philly, that's my family. You know what I'm saying? I'm from Jersey. Always was back and forth. But I'm a matching nigga energy. He's saying he the energy. He want to come on that type pressure, then we on that type pressure. And you know pressure bust pipes. And you know what I'm saying? From there, it is what it is. But like I said, man, we here to do what we do. I'm going to tell y'all, I promise y'all, October 6th, man, y'all going to be like, that nigga Arsonal is one rapping ass nigga, bro. And it ain't too many niggas that's niggas, period, on this planet that can fuck with that nigga. And that's just what it is.
October 6th, TLA. 6th. You
know what I'm saying? Straight like that, man.
Oh, man.
All right, well, you heard it there. Straight like that. TL easy. But again, leave that shit to the music. Talk about who bars is better. You hear at the end of that joint how you talking about niggas can't rap like him and not too many niggas can fuck with him. Is in the third. Well, you lost a lot of battles, Arsonal. I don't know if you've been paying attention. You lost several battles. In fact, you lost a couple battles just this year, but we gonna leave that alone. At the end of the day, did those battles get ruled against you because somebody was more animated and did dancing and acted out their bars, or was it because the lyrical content they performed was better than the lyrical content you performed that night? So your MO is to come out with a little spazzy bar, get a little hype on another nigga stage and another nigga face part, talk about somebody's family, and then start these fake ass like, have you ever been on the block when niggas was shooting and you never seen the ops coming so you thought you was the one shot type of shit. Like, I'm tired of that. You know what I mean? And Cass was right. His joint, niggas been doing the same shit since they came in and they got their little intro or their little outro and people can say it with them. Y'all do the same shit. It's like artists that's in the industry that sold some great records kept trying to rap and sing the same way, and you notice that their album sales were declining every fucking time. Look at 50 Cent. Look at the numbers of albums that sold when album sales mattered. When he dropped Get Rich or Die Trying. And then when St. Valentine's Day Massacre got turned into just The Massacre, look at the turnaround and how those albums sold. Then look at the album after that. Then the G Unit joint. That's all I'm saying. And then look at where 50 Cent is right now. 50 Cent not on some, oh yeah, he the #1 artist, he still did all, and this nigga didn't file for bankruptcy several times. He still sitting up here trying to do salacious shit to keep his name relevant. You know what I mean? It's not the same Curtis. You feel me? Jay-Z sold this many albums, sold that many, but then that album was kind of trash, and this album didn't sell as many as that when the people critiqued it this way as in the third. So it don't matter who the artist is, bro. You keep trying to stick to the same niche thinking that's the way it's going to feed the bit. You turn around and see, oh shit, the bit not getting fed now because like people tired of that. You got to switch it up or do something different. Like, yeah, we know you can do that, but now this wave is changing where the hip hop is branching with regular pop and rap is going with this. So you got to learn to get with the times type shit. Now, I'm not one to wave ride or anything like that, and none of my music is like a current event of like, oh, I still do music the way everybody else do because that's what's accepted. No, I just do me, bro. And I'm not going to stand in front of somebody, even if I had a beef with a nigga. Like, I got a real life situation that happened that niggas tried to besmirch my name over something that they did, well, over that something that one person did, and another nigga tried to dick eat off of what that person was saying, but that's neither here nor there. I stand on mine, and I've confronted niggas and went right to their face and told them what I stand on about that situation. And you would never hear me on no CD talking about some, I talked to the niggas and I told, nah, bro, because that was real life. And on some real shit, if one of them niggas ever said Esh my D to my face, I'ma stomp one of them out, whichever one of them say it. It ain't gonna be no, oh, all right, cool, and we just argue with each other and say some curse word, disrespectful words to each other. No, you're not gonna invite me to that. You know what I'm saying? You ain't gonna say that. There's certain things as a man you shouldn't stand for. It's not my fault that these young niggas wasn't raised right. It ain't my fault that you ain't got that in your head. Somebody didn't instill that. A man did not instill that in your head. You hung around a bunch of would-be ass niggas. You ain't have a man instill that in your head. Like, bro, it's just certain things as a man you shouldn't accept to be said to you or done to you. And that's one of them right there. You scared. You can't throw your hands. You don't know how to fight. Then maybe you standing in front of a nigga that you arguing with about street shit shouldn't be the lifestyle you put yourself in front of. Me, I've been having to deal with shit my whole life. 52nd and Market, L Dub. That's Lindenwood Street for those not to know. West Philly. 83 established, man. I can't sit back and let none of the niggas that I know ever say no shit like that to me. We can argue and say, fuck you. Oh, fuck you, nigga. I'll beat you the fuck up, nigga. What's up then? We can do all that. But if we arguing about some sports or some games or some music and a nigga say suck my dick and that shit wasn't even no personal shit and you come out like that, bro, this whole situation is over and it's going to turn into a violent act now. And I'm not even trying to perpetuate stereotypes or keep the negativity circle going, but the repetitive loop going to have to continue on that one because you're not going to say shit like that to me and we cool. You said that in front of his face. So both of y'all is suspect because Cass, I understand you trying to get your bag and you don't want to fuck your bag up. So doing something to this man or going through anything and y'all doing shit to each other physical and all that before the battle would be nutty. You just seen what happened with Briz and Murder Moot. And that was after a situation that already damn near transpired before. That was the rebooking of a battle. So imagine a motherfucker standing in front of you doing it again and now it's like a fight that go on. So now you giving a bad look to the entire culture, but think about the venues and the sponsors and the people that put money behind us to get y'all paid. When they look at this shit, they're like, man, we don't want this nigga shit around us. That's what they call it, nigga shit. The nigga moment. They don't want this shit here. We got prestigious events that happen here and have all types of artists of all different ilks of life walking through these doors. We ain't trying to have these nigga motherfuckers come in here smoking weed, breaking bottles, fighting each other, getting high and drunk, and now somebody can't take the your mom is a bitch comment. Now they fighting and all that. Nah, bro. So they might not even book y'all no more. Fuck the Battle League booking y'all. The venues to which y'all put these performances on might not allow you to pay no money to rent those places to perform your shit. Y'all might have to go back to what it was back in the day, standing on street corners in front of nigga project houses, standing on a bridge somewhere with a circle of niggas watching y'all. That's how it's gonna end up having to be. Let one more, I'm not gonna be surprised if like that place that happened at, I don't remember the name of the venue that the Briz and Mook situation happened with the double impact joint. I think it was in Atlanta or in Houston, but I'm not sure. But there's probably already venues outside of the one that it happened at. Like, man, we ain't booking them no more for this type of shit. Because look what happened. We ain't doing no more shit like that. So imagine if one more nutty buddy situation happened on somebody's main stages. Like, if you on a main battle league, you on a King of the Dot, you on a RBE, you on a fucking URL, and some other fight, stabbing, shoot, bottle break, bust head open situation happened, bro, y'all gonna fuck the whole situation up for yourselves. And everybody that was working all these years to go from getting like $1,000, $500 to $2,500 a battle to some niggas getting 15 and 20 stacks, y'all gonna watch all the progression that y'all made from that shit being little money to a nice little chunk of money, go from a nice little chunk of money back to sub-zero. Real shit. It's gonna go right back to Sub-Zero wins. Fatality. They gonna forward down forward high punch the shit out y'all bag and rip the head right out of it. Whoosh. Y'all just gonna have an empty bag. They taking all the money out. Forward down forward high punch. Then oh, ah, all the money gone. I'm just saying, bro. Y'all fucking it up for all those battle rap artists. From the PGs to the niggas that nobody never seen before because they ain't been on a camera battle yet, to people that's been doing it for 5, 10, 15, 20 years, to niggas that's been doing it for 7 years, for niggas that been doing it for 18 months. You fucking it up for all of them. So let's just say for saying sake that Cassidy go back home or get stationary and watch back his interview that you see right there that says about his intent. That's the one that I watched first. And then he watched this one that I just got finished watching, the Arsonal joint. And now he feel a little bit different. Now the words hit him a little bit different. Like, hold up. Like, hold up. Yo, did the ball just like really say suck my dick though? Like the ball really like don't understand. Like these niggas be really trying to play my card. Like I'm a bitch, I'm a pussy, I won't do nothing. And he feels some type of way that night. That shit gonna be the battle. And then at the end of the battle, somebody might get popped outside of TLA. You understand what I'm saying? Like, and now if anything bad happened, a push and shove contest that could possibly lead to niggas getting broken up, like people gotta come grab niggas so they don't fight. Arsonal say a bar that's just super out of there, and Cassidy like, what, nigga? I smacked the shit out you. And then they get in each other's face and they pushing each other. Now niggas got break, ho, and they break the pay-per-view up, bro. That's gonna be it for people putting money behind it, because y'all just looking at it from the outside looking in like Smack just don't book them niggas no more. Smack, it ain't Smack called just about booking them niggas. Now niggas won't book Smack. You understand what I'm saying? Like niggas won't let Smack bring his events to their venues and be on their stages. It's not about, oh man, just kick them out. It's too late. You done fucked it up for a lot of people that didn't have nothing to do with that shit. Think about that, man. It's your boy H, man. Getting me out of here real quick. Holla at your boy.